Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chapter 12, Organization for Office Management and Business Research. Office Management and Services. Office work constitutes an important segment of modern enterprise. Office management is concerned with the direction and supervision of office work. So, from the word itself, office management, this is the management with accordance to the work within the office. Office work includes the recording of transactions as well as the results thereof, writing and answering letters, filing papers, typewriting, messenger work, computing and related activities. One good example for office management is kanang naa sa task as o sa mga IBEX, mga call centers. Now, in every organization and in every establishment, there is that one or two or a group of people who is concerned or responsible of the things to manage within that particular establishment. So, who is responsible for office management and services? The office management function may be specialized through the appointment of an office manager. If the company has an office manager, he therefore will be responsible for the efficient execution of office management and services. The office manager must have a general knowledge of every major part of the enterprise, of course, because an office manager, you should be able to know what are the pasikot-sikot of your establishment in order for you to manage it well. Because if you yourself don't know the place, how can you be able to manage it, diba? So dapat ang office manager dapat kay bonus siya tanan experienced sa he have been into kanang smaller details of the establishment as well as how to do every task and how to solve every problem easily. Since we are talking about office management, we will now know why is it important or what is the importance of office work. All of this constitutes the following. First, office work is a facilitating function. It is the essential medium through which the various activities of an enterprise are fused together. It is the lifeblood of any modern enterprise. Second, office services are the basis of entire managerial activities of planning, coordinating, directing, and controlling. So, kaning mga offices, ani ng mga kintay sa business, ani nila itapok, ani sila mag-meeting, ani pud sila mag-discuss how to solve problems and what to do in order for their sales to get a higher amount for the specific for a specific year or month na ilang i-target. The integration of decision and actions implied in coordination requires the exchange of information and instructions, adequate communication between members of management. Finally, all activities involve the full coordination of the office because ani sa office, ani sila mag-change of ideas because it is not possible that only the manager himself or herself will do all the tasks because this is a teamwork. That is why this is called office. Okay, everyone has a say and everyone has the right to express what should be done in order for the company to get better. Third, the technical and individual work of practically every department of the enterprise is implemented by the office function. For instance, the credit department cannot operate successfully without the records of the creditors as to amounts and dates, due list of delinquent accounts, credit history of customers, and quantity of correspondence. This emphasizes the importance of the office work. So, every people or every organization has this system wherein they use to to solve every problem. So sa office pod, they also have this what we call office system. What is office system? It is the term applied to way filing, making records, writing letters, computing, and so on. Office work is organized by such because each office has its system of office systems. In a well-organized business is made up to care, fully laid out routines or established ways of doing work. As a matter of fact, there is a routine of performing every kind of office work, and all office must go through the established routines. Every similar piece of work must undergo similar process through the same steps in the same way. in this extent to which certain office functions should be in the setting up system, an issue that frequently crops are centralized. So sa office system na kani ilang gisunod nga sistema, like for example, to explain this simply, maghinlo ka sa inyong bahay, mag-una jud ka sa ceiling in order for you to not to have much burden kay kung magsili ka sa sahog and then aya pa ka manghilo sa imong ceiling, the debris, I mean the dust nga gikan sa taas mahug sa floor, mabalik na pagka og paninglig. So as basic as that. Record keeping. So records of purchases and sales of all activities and the place where these records are made and kept is probably the most important work of the office. In large offices, these records are kept by the accounting officer at the same time that he is keeping track of all the accounts on the money received, paid, or owed. Example for the record keeping offices kay kanina registrar's office. So like hold sa mga records of students, their credentials, and everything. The reports prepared show the past successes or failures and help to determine the future activities of the company. So, mo ni importance sa record keeping. Kung imong makip ang imong mga records from the past, this will be a great use. This can be utilized in the future of the company, future activities of the company. Kay sa imong mga records, adto nimo sa imong mga data, pwede nimo dadto ma-analyze unsay kinahanglan sa company in order for some of the problems nga dili na mausab in the future and to improve the quality of the service. Then, sa record keeping, we also have these kind of characteristics. Records must be simple. To meet the test of simplicity, records should be sufficient to meet requirements but no more. They should not exceed the requirements for which they are prepared. Second, records should be accurate. Dapat sakto, dili kay tagna-tagna ra, dili kay gigama-gama ra sa accounting officer. They should not contain errors. Records should be economical. In some instances, the cost of preparing and maintaining records may be more than the economy they were supposed to bring about. Records should be useful. Unnecessary records have no place in business. Kay kung anang di nagamit ng mga records, imo gyapon gikip in one hand maka-filter na sa imong office and isa pa maka padugay sa pagpangita nimo sa records, sa pag-track nimo sa imong records nga mga kinahanglan. The use of records are primarily for the formulation of plans and evaluation of performance. So mo na tingin ganiyan na if you will keep these records, you will be able to know what to do in the future because you have data imong basis para makibaw ka unsay kinahanglan, unsay problema, unsaon pag-solve na nga problem. In some of the offices, mo na maglibog sila because they don't have any office systems sa ilang record keeping. So, sa record keeping natay gitawag og alphabetical. Alphabetical with subject headings arranged according to how they appear in the alphabet. So, basically A, B, C padung sa letter Z. Then we also have this method may be appropriate for small firms but becomes unwieldy and cumbersome in big establishment. Records keeping may be geographical. Geographical means based on the place where the record or the recording happened. All items in one geographical area are filed together with subfiling according to subject matter or alphabetical heading. So kung kani nga mga data, kani nga mga records ani ni sa gigama sabay, so itapok na siya in one place or one container. And the other, kung ani sa gigama nga data sa alturas, ato pa sila itapok. It may also be numerical, in which case an index is first prepared to correlate the number with alphabetical headings. It may be according to subject matter, but the need for an alphabetical index is apparent. Another method of classifying would be according to equipment used in keeping them. The most common would be desk drawer. Familiar mo siguro ng desk drawer. And the use of loose leaf, binders, stickler, visible index files is now mandatory in most offices. So kaning binder muna siya ang magigamit pag senior high school to keep our records, I mean our papers to para malain siya from first semester to second semester and in every subject. The report may also be administrative to meet the needs of administration. Periodical departmental reports are prepared for his department based on the periodical reports the branches says. Special reports are prepared from time to time to tell new products, new methods, new processes, statistical form, or they may be composite of all three types of preparing a report. Now we move on to our next topic, office services. As earlier stated, services are for the purpose of helping other departments of the business to facilitate this work to better advantage. Communication, for instance, is necessary between individuals, between departments, and with those outside of the company. Some of the facilitating services that may be summarized as follows. First, we have handling of papers. Kani mahawid sa mga papeles. Incoming letters are received, opened, sorted, and distributed. Outgoing letters are folded, enclosed, and mailed. Mailing is an important service as it definitely facilitates communication. So, may handling of papers, this talks about the papers kanang gikan sa mga mubayad baron or sa mga company sa imong mga partner sa mga partnership uban nga mo na sila yung mga letter nga gigama para sa imong mga manager or sa CEO. And then preparation, next we have preparation of communication. Letters have to be dictated and transcribed. Receiving dictation is a service. It is a facilitating activity and it may be accomplished through machine dictation and transcription, telephone dictation, the use of dictograph or other devices. Third, we have centralized correspondence practice. This is also a way of rendering office services since it facilitates communication by more adequately promptly answering letters. Fourth, we have conservation. Letters and papers must be preserved. They are sources of past and present information and guides in the future. Efficient filing is a very essential in preserving these office products as it facilitates the finding and the desired by the various departments of the business papers needed. So when we say conservation, it is not enough that you will only stock your papers nga niabot in a one container or in one place because why there is conservation because uban ng mga papers pwedeng madaot pwedeng makutkat sa mga ilaga or other insects. That is why it is necessary that you preserve these stuffs para magamit pa nimo in the future kay basin inipangita nimo wa na because nalata gianay na. Fifth, we have procurement, storing, and distribution of office stationery and forms and supplies. These materials are needed to carry and facilitate the work of everyone in the office. Six, maintenance of first aid unit. So, kay banam tansan ng first aid. Seventh, employee services. These services facilitate the effort of the employees more or less in their own behalf and may include office library, office cafeteria, rest facilities, and other services mentioned in the chapter Organization of Personnel. Office management problems. I will not say some because all offices have different problems. So modern business is making greater and greater demands upon office work and services. So nowadays, with business operating in high speed, a well-managed office is recognized as an almost indispensable aid to an effective management of business. On a large scale, scientific methods are being applied in the performance of the office work in order to establish standouts of output, quality, and pay. Standardization of office work and office method has made rapid strides. So, when we say problems, one good example in order to solve these problems is through research. So, kaning research, this is a careful observation, gathering of data, and analyzing of data in order to come up with a conclusion. So, in order for you to manage your problems, of course, you have first to identify what is the problem and give a conclusion ug unsay mong angay buhaton in order for it to be solved and to keep those records as well for future benefit. And since we're talking about research, we will have now business research. For business to succeed, its operations must be based on accurate knowledge of facts. The decisions of a businessman must, as far as is practiced, is practicable, be based on facts and not on mere guesses or beliefs as to what the facts may be. Just like, for example, when you when you are going to put up a business, you should know, you must know how to do costing, how to do research kung unsay kanang preference sa imong customers within a specific geographical location. Because if you can't do so, of course there's wala mo laing kapatungan imong business but to on be demolished, maguba, masayang imong investment. This is the function of business research, to methodically and scientifically ascertain all facts that may have a bearing on the business. Because if na kay research nga kani may preference sa imong mga tao, sa mga customers and nga area, of course you know that your business will boom and your stocks will be sold mas dali nga mga mahurot. Together with research is the function of forecasting. When you say forecasting, you are going to predict the future. Predicting the future not merely by the use of your own mental ability, I mean your kanang buot-buot sa imong tagna-tagna. Yes, that's the term, tagna-tagna. But based on the facts, on the data that you've gathered. Just like for example, umayin ka og kanang seasonal, go forecast ni mga kintay November on, next month is December, so you forecast nga December, so halin jud na ang mga Christmas stuffs, mga Santa Claus, mga ingana. So kana may imuhang padaghanan sa imuhang inventory. Now we have two different types of research. What are those? What are these? These are commercial research and technical research. Commercial research, in one hand, is mainly involved with consumer taste and desires. Kanang preference jud mismo sa consumer. It ascertains the trends in buying habits, the impact of sales, promotions, and advertising, and the quantities and qualities of a good or service which must be achieved. When we say commercial research, kani bitong sagaran nga nang ipa free taste nga na mga commercial kung ganahan ang mga tao, of course after sila nakatilaw sa imong free taste, probably or kanang most likely they will buy your product. On the other hand, technical research is concerned with studies on how a product or its parts, equipment, processes, and methods may be developed and improved. Kung technical research, they're more on hypothesis kung unsaon pag-improve sa ilang product, unsay kinahanglan pang i-add sa ilang mga ingredients, for example if the product is consumable. That would be all for this chapter, and I hope that I have discussed this lesson very well, comprehensively, and I just want to give some lessons about this chapter, that kinahanglan our decision must be based on facts and on figures and not merely by the chismis. Thank you.